sent to intimidate us.
Now, the Senate Speaker Ken Lusaka says the Senate is fully prepared for the constitutional review process where members will push proposals to have the Senate recognized as an upper house. Senate Majority Leader Kipchumba Murkomen and his minority counterpart James Orengo said the Senate will exercise its oversight role for counties to ensure value for money, and that bills referred to the Senate from the National Assembly will be thoroughly scrutinized to ensure they do not undermine devolution. They spoke at a Senate leadership retreat that is currently being held in the Kiambu County.
Kenya now is 6 years down the line. How accountable are our counties insofar as use of resources are concerned? How are we able, what is the intervention of the Senate and individual senator in the misappropriation of funds that are taking place in our counties? What can we do to ensure that marginalized groups in our counties, what is the role of the senator? Are you going as a senator to sit there and say that because you come from a populous community in your county and you made a deal with the governor who also comes from a populous community in the county, other groups in the county that may not have a big say in terms of voting in your county, are you going to allow a situation where budgeting in the county governments are going to exclude those people? If we become agents of the marginalized, of the issues that people of Kenya deal with, there is no doubt, because even as at now, the conversation has moved from Senate being a small, useless house to the conversation that I had the Deputy President the other day when he was in London speaking, saying that now we want to redefine and make sure that the Senate becomes the true upper house that is intended of all senates in the country.
There's already conversation about reforms, constitutional reforms. It is what we do that is going to define where we shall be put by Kenyans. They should never at any point think that Senate is not relevant, but that is going to be determined by how we perform. And I want to assure the nation, just like the others have said, that as Senate we are prepared for reforms. Like you have been told, you already have a document. We are prepared to ensure that we safeguard devolution and we can never go back. For those of you who may have forgotten history, remember, 1963, we had a Senate, the first Senate. And you know when you want to kill a dog, you give it a bad name and to refuse it food. Then you kill it. So in 1966, Senate was removed and Majimbo was abolished. Everything was decentralized. So when people start talking again about doing away with the Senate, what you are telling us, you want to take us back to 1966. This is the only institution that is committed to defending counties and defending devolution. So we must position ourselves, we must be strategic, but we are also saying we are prepared for any reforms, any discussions on reforms that will come our way. But I'm very proud as the head of the Senate that we have done very well, like you have heard in my opening speech.
Well, that's just a little bit of what some of the leaders of the Senate, led by the Speaker, Ken Lusaka, said earlier. Remember, this event is currently ongoing, and during the bulletin, we will cross over there live to just take a look at some of the conversations that are ongoing. It's a leadership retreat there for senators currently. We can see Makueni Governor Kivutha Kibwana addressing members present, and of course, we'll be crossing there live a few minutes later.